Good afternoon. My name is Eric Burton, and I'll be presenting to you guys the DTD Tools platform for referral network partners. We had a webinar for this earlier today, and when I looked at the recording, the sound quality was fairly poor. So I apologize to any of you on the call who are experiencing poor sound quality. Hopefully this recording will be much easier to see and follow along with. So to start, we will be introducing, again, the DTD Tools platform, which you can access at dashboard.drivingthedream.org. If you've been to our knowledge base, you know that that's hosted at drivingthedream.org. And so this is a subdomain hosted together with that. It's dashboard, again, dashboard.drivingthedream.org. Once there, you see this login page which says DTD Tools, so you know you're in the right place. And you can simply log in with your email address and password. If you've forgotten your password or never received it, haven't set up your password to begin with, you can click Forgot Password, enter your email address, and click Submit. This will only work if you've had a login originally, though. This won't help you to create a login to begin with. So if you've never had a user account on DTD Tools, you can email me at eric.burton@uwmidsouth.org, and I can get you set up for your agency. So let's go back to login. Today I'll be using a test login from one of our friends at memphiscac.org to show you the dashboard so that we can actually have some data to look at. Zoom in a bit here. When you log in, what you will see at first are a couple of squares, and each of these squares represents a tool in the DTD Tools platform. There will be more as time goes on, but for now we have two: the Quality Improvement Dashboard and the RMP Client Served Survey. We'll start with the Quality Improvement Dashboard. After a bit of loading, you see we have the title, Referral Network Partner QI Reports, here at the top, and the name of the agency that we are logged in as. When you log in with your user account, you will be immediately logged into your agency's data, so that you can see and review what is useful to you. Speaking of things that are useful to you, on the right-hand side we have the last updated date. This indicates the date that the data was last extracted from CoactionNet and uploaded to the DTD Tools platform to be processed and displayed to you. So anytime you see current status or as of, it's typically referring to this last updated date. Data gets snapshotted and uploaded to the DTD Tools platform at least weekly. It also helps us to run our referral reminder system. So every time that runs, we're snapshotting the data. And often it happens at least one more time during the week, if not more frequently than that. So you should see relatively fresh data every time you log in. Starting from left to right, we have our chart for referrals sent. This is the number of referrals sent by your agency, broken out by care coordination referrals in green and requests for services in gray. And it's also broken out by month. If you use the Tools button, the little round blue button with the gear icon, you get some controls. The main control for this report is the ability to choose which months to show and or hide. You can remove a month by clicking the name and hitting the backspace button, or placing the cursor and hitting either delete or backspace. So now we're only looking at August. You can add them back in by opening the controls, clicking in the control, and adding them by clicking the name of the month you wish to add. You see they come back in the right order, which is nice. The other control is the Download Source Data button. This provides you the ability to download the source data that was used to generate the chart that you see. This is a detailed data record of all of the referrals sent by your agency. so you or someone else at your agency can provide further analyses if that is your desire. If there's something that you need that you're not seeing in this chart, you can of course download it there. It can also help you quickly identify those referrals that you've sent. On the right, we have current status of referrals sent. It uses the same source data with the addition of the current status for each referral. So this is a good way to keep track, again, of the status of the referrals sent. When you use the controls, you see that you can now choose to show or hide a particular status. So let's get rid of not updated and received. And you see that those are now gone from the pie chart. If you wish to add them back in, that's just as simple as opening the controls, clicking in the status types to display field, and adding them back in. The other control you have here is the show final statuses toggle. When it's green, that means it's on. And all current statuses, even the statuses of referrals that have been finalized, will display in the chart. If you want to hide those, say you're only interested in open referrals, simply turn that toggle off, and you will see the current status of open referrals for your agency. We can turn those back on, and again, you can download the source data using this button here. On the second row, we have referrals received. So on the left-hand side, you have referrals received by your agency with the same controls that we saw above and the same download source data button. And on the right, you have the current status of referrals received by your agency. Again, status types to display, a toggle for final statuses, and a download source data button. As I mentioned before, and it's true for this one as well, this is the source data for this chart is probably a quick and easy way for you to see which referrals sent to you are still outstanding and in need of a status update. So this is another way, in addition to the referral reminders, for you and individuals at your agency to stay on top of the referrals that have been sent to you. Now, it was asked on the live webinar and answered there, but I'll say it here. The DTD Tools platform and the Referral Network Partner QI reports or the data or the dashboard is not a replacement for CoactionNet. This is not where you will go to enter data, where you will go to enter referrals, create new forms, create new referrals. None of that. There's no data input here. This is simply a reporting tool to help you know exactly what your performance looks like within the network, stay on top of it, and to provide you with some reporting as well. As I mentioned, we will be adding additional tools to the dashboard, but if there are additional tools or reporting that you believe would be especially useful to you and your agency, please let us know. You can provide that feedback by emailing me directly. And we're always looking for good ideas for additional tools to add for you guys. Now that we've got this framework set up for adding the tools, adding new ones is much more straightforward. So we certainly look forward to being able to support you in your work in that way. Going back to the main DTD Tools page, we can simply click the title up here, Driving the Dream Data Tools, and it will take us back to the landing page. And now we'll take a look at the RMP Client Served survey. If you've been with us for a while, you'll remember that this was a survey that we were administering prior to the CoactionNet migration. We simply didn't have the bandwidth to keep that up. We were having some issues with that system, and so we are bringing it back now in the DTD Tools platform, and hopefully in a much more streamlined and user-friendly way. So no more pins being sent to people at your agency with a monthly email that you need to use to log in on the public form. If you log in, you have access to your form. So now we can see we have our title, Client Served Survey, the name of the agency we're logged in as, Memphis Child Advocacy Center. It will ask you which month you're reporting for. So let's report for July 2019. It's also asking for number of clients served during the month. Now, for those of you to whom this survey is new, I want to define clients served is a definition that you provide. It's how you define the number of clients served by your agency in a given month. We understand that for some agencies this may be an estimate, and that's okay. We understand that for some agencies this may be individuals on long-term case management. For some agencies this may be individuals who've been provided services through a one-time interaction. Again, that's okay. We use these numbers to help us estimate the reach of Driving the Dream as a network, the potential for growth, as well as to set reasonable targets for the network as a whole and certain types of agencies. So, Memphis Child Advocacy Center, let's say that they've served 55,000 individuals in July of 2019. They were very busy. You'll see in the table below we already have entries for July, but that's okay. When we submit a new entry, it simply updates with that new number, which is very useful. The bottom table shows you all of your entries. It will show 10 at a time by default. You can search once your list gets very long. So we see July 2019, 55,000. That's the last number we entered for July. The last thing to see here on the survey is the download button. This will download a list of all of the entries that have been submitted for this form, including the timestamp for when the entry was submitted, the name of the agency, the month, and the number of clients served. Now, as you saw, we just updated July. So that report will have at least 2 entries for July, one that was added earlier and the one we just added. When we display them to you on the screen, we're displaying the most recently updated one, and that's the number that we'll lean on for any estimations or reporting. So if you need to update, feel free to update. We'll use the most recent number. But if you want to see the history and see all of your entries, you can download and see those in the source data. We want to be transparent and make that available to you. So those are the tools currently available on the Driving the Dream Data Tools platform hosted at dashboard.drivingthedream.org for our referral network partners. As I said before, we're looking forward to adding new tools and new functionality for our referral network partners over time. And if you've got ideas for something that you would like to see, please feel free to email me and let me know. I always value your feedback. Thank you to everyone who participated in the webinar today. Thank you to you guys who are catching this recording later. And thank you especially to Memphis Child Advocacy Center for being an incredible partner that we had no hesitation using your login and dashboard as a demonstration for this platform. We hope that you and every other referral network partner will find this to be very useful and will help you to stay connected to Driving the Dream and help you to be able to report back to your constituents and stakeholders all of the efforts and all the success that you're having as a part of the Driving the Dream network. Thank you so much.